Pulling in from the bitter cold, Hazel's home is warm and inviting. Entering first, Hazel places her overnight bag on the floor and stretches out her arms. She moans, letting out a long yawn. It's nice to be home after all that sciencey stuff last night. Tell me about it, Quinn yawns too, following in behind her. Does everything still feel so strange to you? I'd imagine you're going to feel strange for more than a few hours, Quinn. Willow laughs, shutting the door behind her as she's the last to enter. Willow looks at her boyfriend Quinn and then at her best friend Hazel. She can't believe they've switched bodies. She's still in shock that Quinn even agreed to the swap in the first place. What are you gawking at? Quinn gripes, uncomfortable in his new skin. Willow shakes her head in disbelief. Just trying to look around the fact that my boyfriend is a girl. So, Hazel interrupts, what's the plan? With the swap and all, for example, you can't go around kissing Quinn when he's in my body. People will start looking. Quinn folds his arms and frowns. That's just one of the many changes he's going to have to get used to living in a woman's body. I hadn't thought about that, Willow replies, tilting her head to one side. This whole situation has happened so quickly. Hazel spreads her legs apart to get comfortable. I know, she huffs, feeling a little guilty. I'm thankful you both agreed to it. You've saved my business and my bacon. Hazel lifts her head and points at Quinn's right hand. How's it feeling? Quinn lifts his hand and sighs as he touches the bandage. Feels a little sore. Was that normal? He asks. Does it normally feel like that? Hazel looks at her new masculine hands and she forms a fist. Allowing her hand to open slowly, she smiles. It's nice not feeling any pain. My cuts are going to be back at their best. She then looks up at Quinn, who's looking a little dejected and worried. Yeah, a little soreness is normal. Hazel finally answers. Just refrain from using it until we swap back. The longer it takes to heal, the longer I'm going to have to borrow your body. Quinn snaps a worried look at Willow. How long? He asks. Willow gives her boyfriend a wry smile before turning her attention to Hazel. We've agreed to only a month, Hazel. I know it makes sense for you to use his body for your hairdressing business while your hand heals from his operation, but just because he's not in work at the moment doesn't mean you can have his body indefinitely. Guys, Hazel laughs, booming her new male voice. I know what the deal is. Quinn inhabits my body while my hand heals. I know it's just this month while I'm completely booked up with clients. Willow nods and reassures Quinn with a gentle touch to the arm. What are you going to tell your clients? Quinn asks. Hazel thinks for a moment. I guess I'll tell them that I'm just filling in while my hand heals. Profound, Quinn snarks, unimpressed. Anyways, Hazel says in excitement, we didn't decide what was happening. Am I going to be keeping up appearances, with me living with Willow as her boyfriend, or am I going to be staying here? Quinn steps closer to Willow, now standing a few feet smaller than his wife. His instinctive arm around the shoulder is very awkward. Willow can't help but giggle. I still see Hazel, Willow comments, playfully resting an arm over Quinn's shoulders. Maybe it would be wise if you both stay here until I get used to the swap. I don't want to accidentally kiss Hazel in the moment of madness and cause an issue between us all. Hazel leans forward and pouts her lips. You can kiss me, babe, she jokes, acting like Quinn. Stop it, Hazel, Quinn grumbles. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. If I'm going to be Hazel for a month, it might help if we're around each other for a bit. You know, teach each other. Hazel nods in agreement. I'm down for that. I am a little worried Quinn's not going to look after my hair and dress me appropriately. I do have a reputation in the town to upkeep, and I'd hate that to be ruined by Quinn walking around in board shorts and sandals all month. Quinn coughs obnoxiously. I'm the one doing you the favor here. I'm going to wear what I feel comfortable in. And if that's board shorts, then it's board shorts. Fine, Hazel grins teasingly. Good luck finding any of those in my closet. Anyways, aren't you happy with how I dressed you before our trade? I thought jeans and a flannel shirt were right up your street. Quinn looks down at himself in the flannel and skinny jeans. I guess so. I just wish it wasn't so tight. I feel like my entire body is on show. Why do the jeans, hug my ass? Interrupting, Willow giggles. It's 'cause Hazel has a fat ass. You aren't going to get away from that while in her body. Willow, Hazel gasps. Don't be rude about your boyfriend's body. Quinn rolls his eyes. Funny, he sighs. Now, if you two are quite finished, I'd really like to go to bed. I'm tired and my hand is starting to ache. Hazel points towards the kitchen. I've got some painkillers in the drawer, she says. I know that ache. You won't sleep if you don't take any, so I'll just go grab them. Thanks, Quinn replies as Hazel leaves the room. Turning to face his wife, Quinn doesn't know how to approach saying goodbye. Usually he'd lean down and peck her on the forehead, or he'd bring her into his chest for a hug. This is awkward, Quinn sighs, looking slightly up into his wife's eyes. I want to kiss you, but is that appropriate right now? A cheeky smile forms across her face, and Willow leans in towards him. Who cares? She whispers inches from his face. A little shocked, Quinn wants to look back to make sure Hazel isn't watching, but before he knows it, Willow has her hands all over him. Pressing herself against him, she touches him sensually on the cheeks. Don't look too much into this, Willow says quietly, leaning in with closed eyes. Quinn's heart skips a beat as his wife's soft lips touch his. It's familiar but different in so many ways. He can't help but kiss passionately back. Well, Willow grins bashfully as she steps back. That was different, huh? Having gone bright red, Quinn can't help but notice how very different his body reacts to his wife's kiss. You're telling me, Quinn replies in frustration. My nipples have gone all hard. They're like bullets. The next morning, waking up to long hairs in his mouth, Quinn sits upright and his thoughts are dominated by the pain in his hand. He grumbles, awkwardly pushing the hair from his face with his other hand. Looking around Hazel's bedroom, he wonders what to do with himself. Does he get up and get dressed, or should he wait for Hazel to help him? Trying to ignore all the feelings of his new body, he just stares vacantly at the wall. Quinn! Hazel shouts, booming her male voice far too loud for the morning time. Get your little tush out of bed! You need to go on my morning jog. Flinching at the idea of doing any physical activity in his new female body, he bites his bottom lip. Did you hear me? Hazel shouts again. I'm not going to let you lounge around all day while we're switched. You need to keep that body of mine trim. What should I wear? Quinn shouts back, straining his voice. Waiting patiently for a reply, Hazel doesn't answer. Quinn considers getting up, but part of him still feels like it would be cheating to see his new body naked. That's when he hears Hazel coming up. And soon after, the bedroom door swings open. Standing at the door with a big smile on her face is Hazel, wearing completely black clothing. She's ready for her first day back at the salon in Quinn's body. Hey, Hazel greets with a smirk. Hi, Quinn replies, covering himself with the bed sheets. What do you think? Hazel asks, showing herself. I think your body really looks the part. Hazel reaches down and jiggles her belly. Might have to lose a little weight though. Yes, lovely, Quinn replies, rolling his eyes. Now what about me? What do I wear today? Hazel shakes her head and wags her fingers. Don't think I'm going to dress you every day, Quinn. You're going to have to get used to it. Hazel, Quinn says in a dour tone. It's the first day. Please just help me this once. Fine, Hazel sighs, marching across the room to her chest of drawers. You'll want to wear a sports bra and leggings for your morning run. She throws the garments onto the bed and Quinn looks down at them. Touching the soft material of the bra, he assumes they won't fit him because they look so tight. Hazel mumbles, looking deep into the drawers. Maybe you can wear this for the rest of the day. She throws a short but simple black dress onto the bed. I'm happy for you to slim it a little today, Hazel comments, pointing at the dress. But tomorrow it's makeup and heels. Quinn lifts the sports bra and holds it up against his chest. If you say so, he flippantly remarks. I do say so, Hazel quips, acting naturally feminine in Quinn's body. Hazel stands with one hand limp and her hips jutted out to one side. Annoyed at how feminine she's making him appear, Quinn tucks her hair behind one ear and then shakes his head. If I'm going to do all that makeup and shit, he says sternly, finding a tone of voice reminiscent of a nagging mother, you're going to have to act a little less girly and a bit more like a guy. Hazel sighs. It's 2023, Quinn, she complains. I've only been a man one day, and you're already trying to force fragile masculinity on me. That was the deal, Quinn whines. If you act up when in my body, I'll act up in yours. Quinn touches his long hair and pulls a strand right out in front of his face. If you don't, maybe I'll come into the salon and get a nice new haircut. Maybe something really short. Hazel frowns. You wouldn't. Try me, Quinn replies with the naughtiest grin. Huffing, Hazel looks away. Just wait until your wife hears about this. Don't you mean your wife? Quinn says sarcastically as he gets out the bed. Watching him get out of the sheets like he's a newborn deer, Hazel can't help but giggle as he tries to hide his new curves. You don't have to hide yourself. Hazel laughs, perching herself on the edge of the bed. You're in my body, silly. I know every inch of you. Still feeling anxious, Quinn points at the clothes on the bed. Just help me get dressed, will you? Hazel does exactly that. Even though they're looking at their own bodies, they're both extremely awkward by the situation. Quinn wonders what Willow would make of it. This is weird, Quinn says, commenting on Hazel's large hands touching him as he stuffs him into the tight clothing. Hazel agrees, looking into the mirror at them both standing together. I know we will get used to this, but I just want to say I'm really thankful you agreed to it. Adjusting the fit of the sports bra, Quinn gives Hazel a wry smile. It's alright. As much as you drive me mad when you demand my wife's attention all the time, you're part of our family. Hazel puts a hand over her mouth. Quinn, she says, gushing with emotion. Do you really think that? Quinn smiles as he gazes into his very own eyes. Yeah, why else do you think I'd agree to be you? To be a woman? I thought you were just curious about what it's like to be one. Hazel remarks with a cheeky grin. Quinn replies with a wink. Maybe it's kinda a bit of both.